What's up, bosses? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa, and this channel is all about entrepreneurship, digital marketing, and selling online. And in this video today, we're gonna talk about getting unstuck. So there are some things that I see Etsy sellers thinking or doing that is keeping them stuck in their business. They're not able to drive that traffic or make those sales. So hopefully this video will help you think differently or help you change your strategy a bit so you can actually start bringing in some money. Another thing is I can't cover everything, how it all works together in one YouTube video. So what I'm doing is I'm hosting a free live training on October 12th, 13th, and 15th. The link is down below if you want to sign up. Spots are limited, so if you're interested, go to the link below. And it's going to basically teach you from point A to point B how to have a successful Etsy shop. It's a 60-minute long free training with a Q&A at the end. So if you're interested, you're going to want to sign up before the spots fill up. Okay, let's get into the tips. What is keeping you stuck as an Etsy seller? So this tip is actually for someone who didn't start their Etsy shop yet, because I've been getting emails from people saying that they're afraid, they're confused, and they're not ready yet. I understand what it is like to want to feel 100% prepared. I struggled a lot of my life with imposter syndrome. So basically, I know that being prepared kind of helps alleviate that pain of feeling like an imposter because you did your best. And I get that. But here's something that you need to understand. There's a point in time where being prepared actually becomes a crutch, because when you're embarking on new territory, you will never, ever feel 100% ready. So at some point, you need to rip the Band-Aid off. You need to tell your brain to shut up, and you need to just take the risk and open up your Etsy shop. Also, it's not really a risk. So if you're afraid of judgment, of your family knowing, or of you not making sales, I mean, this is kind of goes back to my video that I made like months and months ago, maybe like 9 months ago, about when I quit my job and how the risk of actually not quitting my job was a bigger risk, because then I would have never known if I would be able to be successful in business. So the same thing goes for you. If you're afraid to list your listings on Etsy because you're afraid you're not going to get sales, well, you're in the same boat right now. So really, that is tip number one. Stop being a perfectionist, because you're going to learn so much more from taking action and actually doing the damn thing than you will if you just think about it. You'll never think your way through to the finish line. I tell my students that all the time. Okay, tip number two to get unstuck. This is more marketing strategy stuff. So you need to stop thinking that your niche is your industry, your category, or your product. So when I ask Etsy sellers, what's your niche? They'll either be very confused about it, or they'll say it's an industry such as jewelry, or they'll say it's a category, maybe earrings, or they'll say it's their product. So they'll say my niche is polymer clay earrings. But then what they tell me is they're not making sales and they're struggling to figure out what the market wants. And what a niche really is a product or a product line that offers a solution to a specific target audience. So when you think your niche is an industry, a category, and a product, you're leaving out what you offer and who you serve. And those two things are so important to understand. Why? You could stop being a jack of all trades and master of none. You can hone in, really understand your target audience, understand their struggles as it relates to your product and your industry, and you can make something that they really want. So you'll be able to actually enjoy what you do because you're choosing who you want to serve. You'll also make more money because you're making something that is exactly what they want. They're going to love your offer. And you're also going to eliminate the competition, because let's be honest, this step is something that a lot of Etsy sellers skip, the whole getting clarity on your business. So when you do this and you really understand your market, you're gonna stand out from the crowd, I promise you. Okay, the third thing that's keeping you stuck is you're telling yourself that the market is too saturated. So saturated means fully absorbed, and that means that there's no room for you. The market is not saturated, the market is competitive. So a competitive market means that there is room for you if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to make the space. So there's no such thing as a saturated market because you can always do the work to be better. That's again why we want to niche down, because when you niche down, you have less competition because you're more focused. So that's another great reason why you want to niche down in the beginning. Everyone is capable of running a successful Etsy shop, okay? You just need to learn what to do and do the work. It's not saturated, it's just competitive, but we can do hard things. So let's do it. The fourth thing that might be keeping you stuck is you think it's your SEO. So the reason why you're not getting sales or getting found might be because of your SEO, but I know a lot of the time when people tell me it's their SEO, that usually means they've been tweaking it, they've been looking up YouTube videos or blog posts on how to create a SEO strategy. And yes, maybe some of those YouTube videos or blog posts don't tell you the exact strategy that's going to work the best for you. I teach that in Marketing for Makers Academy. But even if you don't have the best SEO strategy, you will still make sales. And that's why I say it might not be your SEO, but SEO is a helper, not a deal breaker, right? A healthy conversion rate is 2 to 3%. So that means every 100 visits, you get 2 to 3 purchases. So if you got 0 purchases, but you had 100 visits and you're using long tail keywords and you're filling out your tags, right? And you have no sales, then it could be your offer or your positioning. So what you really need to do in this instance is look at your listings objectively, look at your shop objectively, and you can ask yourself, is this product even good? Is this product something that I would want to buy? I know it's hard, and I hope this isn't too harsh for you guys, but I'd rather you guys wake up now and take a look at your products and fix it than sit there and wonder why you're not making sales. So look objectively, is this something people actually want to buy? And if it is, then ask yourself, are you representing your offer's value? Do you think shoppers that land on your listing actually understand and see the value that is within your offers? Number 3, ask yourself, is it clear? Am I explaining everything they're getting in a clear and cohesive way? So in my listing description, am I breaking everything out? Am I chunking it out with headers so it's easy on the eyes? You have to remember to just keep everything as easy and as simple as possible. A lot of people won't read the full listing description, so ask yourself, if I want this to be as clear as possible, what can I add to my photos in case people aren't reading the listing description? So is there some type of infographic that you can use? Because, right, pictures speak 1,000 words. Is it clear? Because if you confuse them, you lose them. And then number 4 is you want to make sure it's trustworthy. So how professional are your photos? Did you proofread your listing description? All of these little things, making sure it's as professional as possible so people can actually trust what you're selling. I also get messages from people telling me they're struggling with sales, and then when I go to their shop, they have 1 listing or maybe 4 listings, and they're just random things that don't really relate. If a shopper lands on your shop and you have 1 listing, even if it's good and you're representing the value and it's clear, are they really going to trust you if you're just selling this 1 little item? So that's another thing. Just remember, trust, clarity, representing your value, and just make sure that your product is actually good. The next thing that's keeping you stuck is thinking that every time someone favorites your listing but doesn't purchase, or every time someone has your item in their cart but doesn't purchase, that it's a missed sale opportunity. I hear this a lot. I'm getting a lot of favorites but no sales. People have my items in their cart. How do I make them buy? So yes, there are things you can do in order to increase your conversion rate and get people on your email list so you can send them valuable emails that will warm them up to your brand so you can convert them later down the line. Those are 2 huge things that I teach in Marketing for Makers Academy. But you also have to realize that not everyone's going to buy. There will always be people on the fence that will never purchase. So when someone's favoriting your shop but they don't purchase, it's okay. As long as you have optimized your shop and your listings to capture those leads through email, and as long as you've done everything in your power to make sure that your listings and your shop is optimized for conversion, then you've done all that you can do, so no need to stress about that. I guess another bonus thing that's keeping you stuck is that you think you can do it alone. And you can definitely increase your sales and your traffic through free content here on YouTube and blog posts. Yes, I do think you can get great results doing it alone. I always say mindset first, right? Number 2, consume all of the free content. And then number 3, invest in yourself, because that is going to skyrocket your success when you get the roadmap, when an expert gets to hold your hand through the process. So many people have successful businesses, obviously. So many people are successful on Etsy. What are they doing? What are the strategies, the tactics, the process, the step-by-step roadmap that is allowing them to be successful? And what are you not doing that's not allowing you to get to their level? So the best way to get to their level is to learn from them. And that's why I have Marketing for Makers Academy. It is launching next week, but even if you're not interested in joining the Academy, you definitely want to grab your spot for the free live training October 12th, 13th, and 15th. So if you're interested in learning the exact process, then go to the link below because spots are limited. I hope this video was helpful. I feel like it was a little rambly, but I really wanted to share with you some of the things that might be keeping you stuck, because I see this time and time again, and knowledge is power. So I hope this helped. All right, bosses, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.